What's going on, buddy boyos? We're live again. On a random Saturday. Haven't done I guess I have done a few Saturday streams in the last few weeks, but just another random Saturday stream. Figured why not? I don't have a lot going on today. Just been typing a lot, writing a lot, and yeah, just enjoying life. So yeah, here we are. See how many viewers we get today. Probably not too many. Who knows? Then again, this place always somehow fills up, which is fucking weird. But whatever. Hopefully you guys can hear that music. Can't tell, so let me know if it's coming through good or not. Oh god, I'm so tired. I've been tired most of the day. Really, just been bored with life. So yeah, got 5 viewers in here. Oh my god. Oh man, so much copium, so little time. Did anyone here catch the stream I had with the base Pluto yesterday night? I think I will. I don't think rather, but I left early, but we had a stream. We talked a little bit, so I'm not sure if he keeps his streams up keeps his streams up or not. But you know, if you can somehow watch it or catch it, you can try to find it on his channel, I guess. But yeah, I had a stream yesterday with Base Pluto, and then I guess it went okay. I feel like we have fundamental disagreements about where where the problem not so much the problem per se, but the I don't know, the solutions to the problem. Who knows? But maybe we don't even really disagree there. Maybe it's just a matter of like he can't say certain things on his channel because I guess he wants to be monetized, whereas I'm like whatever. But who knows? Oh yeah, that happened last night. So if you can watch the stream or maybe catch the stream, let me know. But I didn't record it at all. So if you like I said, if you have if it's on his channel, you can maybe try to catch it there. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I saw it. What's up, bro? Rather, yeah, I saw it. I don't agree with Pluto and the anti-natalism BS. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of that. The conversation to me was just very much like it's kind of funny that he was talking to me, but he didn't know I was black, and then he was like, "Oh, like." He asked me the question, "Are you black or white? Or you're white, right?" I'm like, "No, I'm black." He's like, "Oh, he didn't realize." So I guess we had that. I don't know. It is. I don't know. It's weird, but it's not to say it was a bad conversation. It was definitely eye opening to see the motivations of motivations of the average man. I have to admit are yeah, they have very very base level motivations. So of course they're not going to care about the greater whole per se. But it was just like, yeah, I what do you expect? Like if the only thing you care about is having a sex android and making a bunch of money, well, then that's fine. I'm not going to tell you how to like live your life, but there is you know, if you have an entire society, I don't know. That's the funny part, right? If you have an entire society of people doing that en masse, and you know, of men doing that per se, but even women too with their toys. Like if you have an entire society of of um of people doing you know, rampant degeneracy where we just fuck ourselves to death. I don't know what else to say, right? So How do you think the interview went? It was very much of it was an interview. It wasn't horrible. I'll give him that. It wasn't a bad interview, but we also didn't really. He didn't appear to have very much prepared for me to talk about, which is fine. But I think we talked one on one for about an hour, and then he brought some people on, and then it's kind of funny because they never once asked like what I did or what I do or um any of that stuff, which is weird. So it was very much like, why'd you bring me on? Just because someone said to bring me on. Like normally you have like a topic or a or a whatever, but um like yeah, he once again he didn't even know I was black, so it's like, well, there you go. But I'm not gonna talk shit about Pluto. He seems like a pretty decent person, um but yeah, he just seems like I don't know, not much of an interview per se. Just kind of like it wasn't even really a free flowing conversation. There were times where it felt like I was talking I don't know. I'm not gonna say above. That sounds mean, but talking maybe we were talking past each other a little bit. When I tried to go in deep on a few topics, obviously I talk about anything and everything on my show, so it's like, it's a little bit different when you're on someone else's show and they have rules of what you can and can't say. And so whenever I go in deep on a topic, it's like, oh well, we need to be talking about this instead of talking about this. Like we're talking past the actual core of the issue, but if you can't talk about the core of the issue on a show, well then, what is the point of talking about the issue at all? We can talk about the surface level, get your money up and fuck hookers all day long, but like it's just like I don't know, like like that just sounds like a really like empty, hollow conversation to me. Like, oh yeah, go like if I wanted to hear that message, I can just go to any and every red pill channel that exists and hear the message of, yo bro, go out there and get a cert or get some crazy job that makes 80, 90, 100K a year and live like a king, and then yada yada yada. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't do I need to hear that from, I don't know, like, is that black pill? I guess it is somewhat. Like we talk about the money maxing too, but it doesn't fix the issue. And maybe there is no fixing the issue, which that's kind of the conclusion I've come to some extent. But there is no fixing the issue per se, but short of some like massive black swan event. But even then, it doesn't really fix the issue, So nice to see you again. What's up, Facts of Life? Yeah, we're gonna have a SNC tomorrow, so I'm gonna keep the stream relatively short. So antinatalism is kind of understandable given this day and age. I get the sentiment sometimes, but I just find like it very much reeks of like, especially the ones who push it. Like it'd be one thing if you were just like, hey, I don't want kids and yada yada yada, but it seems like there's this entire push of like, not only do I not want kids, I also don't want the human race to exist. And it's like, okay, what the fuck? Like, okay, well then why don't you do us all a favor and take yourself out first? But no one ever comes to that conclusion first. It's always like, well, I'm gonna push this message of like, don't have kids, but okay, well then why are you here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? So I'm not saying the point of what is the point of life, right? People said it was to breed, reproduce, have kids, and raise them and then die, but is that much better than cooming your brains out to in a sex doll till you're 50 years old and then blowing your brains out at age 50? I don't know. Like, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like when you ask these questions, like when you start asking the questions, like what are you here for? And the only answer I get is I want to live the good life. Well, hell, that's just as materialistic as the females you people seem to, not you people, and I mean the more the more ubiquitous you, but then that you people tend to push like like, okay, like the women tend to push the same mindset too, where I'm gonna live the soft life and go on OnlyFans and make a bunch of money and then travel around the planet, find some dude and settle down with and live off of his money. But it's like, how is that? How are you producing a, like, the weird part about this mindset of the current age is that nobody's thinking, like, everything I was talking about or I was trying to talk about was extremely long term, and the consequences for thinking 3 feet in front of your face, not even 3 feet, maybe a foot an inch in front of your face, is that you aren't thinking about tomorrow. You're not thinking about next week. You're not thinking about the next 20 years. You're thinking extremely short run. And this is sort of the mindset that they want you to have, where they want you to have a short term, short run mindset where you're just a flash in a pan, and nothing you do matters. And I guess maybe to some extent, maybe they're right. Maybe for some of you, nothing you do will ever matter. But I just find the thing is that there is a certain level of when you think that, though, what are the effects of thinking that, of having that having of having that mindset go en masse in society? Like, if nobody cares about anything long run or long term at all, well then hell, what the fuck? Like, how do you have a civilization as advanced as ours if everybody's just thinking about themselves? It doesn't appear to work in the long run. What's up, Base Pillington? What's up, Buddy Boyo? Finley, what's up, Buddy Boyo? Yeah, I agree with you. Living just to make money sounds empty as fuck. My biggest goal is to have a kid, Yeah, I hear you, Moonjin. What's up, A-Boy or Abo? Abo? Abo. Mystery by Ninja, what is up? What's up, dude? I don't know why Pluto defends Undead Incel. That guy said the Jim Cooper and a clown. Did he defend him? I don't know. I don't defend Undead Chronic. I don't even know the guy that well, but all I know is that it seems like I don't know. Even he is smoke weed every day and yada yada yada, which is fine. But I'm just saying if this is what men have been relegated to doing, then my God, we are done as a species, right? Pluto acts like Android. They're 2 weeks away. Yeah, that was kind of. I didn't bring it up, but that kind of was his mindset. He also seems to have this. I guess he's gone MGTOW officially, or MGTOW. So he sort of defends MGTOW to the death. Like, he's like, MGTOW's about, I don't know, it just seems like I forgot what he said, but he's like, MGTOW was always about separating yourself from women and then just making money and just doing whatever you wanted. But which I guess is somewhat true, but he seems to he says MGTOW is not accurate, but it's if the thing you want doesn't want you and you've been relegated to fucking fat chicks, or the only thing that you can get is a fat chick, then yeah, you've been sent your own way. Like, the thing that you want, the hot dime piece, or even the 6 of the 5, doesn't want you, and you're in a state of dumpster diving. Well, hell, yeah, you've been sent your own way to some extent. But I didn't have time to say it. It was I'm not that good on shows where there's obviously when you're running your own show you can do it, but when you're on some show where you're just this guy's talking, that guy's talking, this guy's talking, that guy's talking, I mean, it just seems a little bit hard. And Pluto has a tendency to get a little bit loud or boisterous. So it's it's kind of hard. He'll talk and talk and talk, and it's okay, yeah, I just won't give him. I won't even give my opinion sometimes. Whatever, dude. Because everything he's saying is in the stuff that's been said, the last, how many years? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. So, it's stuff isn't new. Hearing about making money and yada 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 is weird. And honestly, something I will say this, something that struck me as being very odd. I know he just recently started making this type of money, maybe for me in the last 2 years, but I find it very weird that somebody comes on stream or goes on stream and continuously talks about how yeah, I'm not broke, I'm non-broke, if you're not broke, blah 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 blah. And I'm what are we talking? I couldn't tell if he was insinuating that I was broke, or if he's insinuating that only non-broke people can do. I guess he's not wrong, can do certain things, but he kept saying he kept saying he kept talking about money, and it's well, that's I don't know, I made the point that plenty of like rich people have money, but look how like miserable and evil they are in the way that they live their lives. And it's like, is that really what you want to do? Like, I'd rather be like, I think when who asked the question? Was it Chip Skylark asked me a question of like, would you rather have $1 million or be a multimillionaire, or would you rather have make 20K but have a loving wife and kids? And I picked the second option. So I'm like, what good is it to have $1 million but be fucking miserable? But I don't know. Like, I don't want to be the guy who's like lays around with $1 million fucking hookers till I'm 80 years old and then dies. Like, this seems like a hollow existence. But yeah. Humans are not made for this planet. I agree. We should leave it to the animals. We are animals, right? I'm not joking. Well, natalism equals destruction of family values, so that people can become more dependent on the commie state. This is what it is. Commie Frankfurt School. Yeah, I don't know. When you bring up the Frankfurt School, people think you're fucking insane until you actually tell them what the actual until you actually like read them the communist manifesto, what it says, and you're like, you do realize this is what it says, right? Like, this is what this thing says. If you have no family, you have to rely on the state. Just look at the single mom welfare. Yeah. I mean, effectively, they want you relying on the government. They want you to be constantly in a state of like relying on the government or the state to make your way. And in a way, like, truth be told, the area I live in, Northern Virginia, or the area around where I live in, it very much is a welfare state. It's a huge welfare state at the end of the day. I mean, this entire state runs off the government. Everybody hears that they're a federal contractor, works for the government in some way, shape, or form. And if it wasn't for the government, there wouldn't be a there would be effectively be no there would be no economy in this area. So like when you live in a welfare state where everybody's relying on the government to get what they want, then of course everybody's going to be extremely government centric, and all they care about is the state and how much money the state pumping out, and yada yada yada. And it's like, this seems like I don't know, like nobody's self reliant anymore, which makes sense, but I don't know. Hey boy, you're paying for this single mom. Living just to consume, what a miserable existence. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like, it literally is. I'm gonna pull the meme up, but this meme is old as dirt, but this is what we live in. Like, we live in a society where where's this meme at? I know I have it. This meme I know I have. This is like the end stage result of our current system, is that we have men and women. Like I remember I saw a news articles about people lining up outside of a Best Buy for a cup, and I'm like, what the fuck is this cup? And I'm like, and then you realize people are lining up for cups, and I'm like, you're lining up for a cup? I'm like, this can't be real. Like, people are so desperate for the next a dopamine hit from buying their next product, that like they line up for cups outside of a Best Buy. And I'm like, this can't be real. Like, there's no way people are this brain dead that they're lining up outside of a outside of a fucking a Best Buy for a cup. And I'm like, well, they are. Like, it very much if I can find my fucking folder. Oh my, this thing's such a pain in the ass to get through sometimes. Oh god. I always have to go to a different drive. I think it's in a D drive. Give me a sec. I have like 45 fucking drives in the fucking PC. Have a lot of drives. In fact, I even added a drive a few days ago. About 2 months ago when I bought it. So yeah, I have like another drive in this motherfucking computer. Fucking, what the fuck's this meme? I always lose my memes. How the fuck is this possible? I wish I had a better meme folder. This is effectively. I mean, maybe I'll play the video, because the video is way better than the fucking the meme is. But everybody knows the meme of like a byproduct. consume product, get excited for next product, right? That old meme. It very much is that. The future's so bright, I don't need my eyes to see it. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's a good meme. Can't find the meme. Wow, what the fuck, dude? I had so many memes. All these good memes just lost in the void. Can't seem to find it. Well, we'll use this meme here. This is a good meme. Like this is literally like mankind right now. This is mankind incarnate on one meme. One meme right here. This is it right here. Look at this shit. This is what it is. Oh, the new product's coming out. Oh god, they put it on a new sippy cup. Oh god, the sippy cup's coming out, guys. Oh my god, this dude! I can't believe he's trying. Like, can you believe? Like, if you had like, this is like escapism to the next level, dog. Like the fact that you're literally going on YouTube and crying about Star Wars or Captain America, or you have this dude up here fucking doing the soy boy cuck face thing where he's like just moving his head around. What is this? Oh, you guys see product, dude? The new product's coming out, guys. The new product. Oh, it's like what in the fuck? Like, look at this shit, dog. Dude, what is look at this dude, man. Look at this dude. He got the cuck boy face, like hook line. Like this is literally just there, dog. Like, it's my god. That is just fucking miserable, dude. Yeah, I don't think you and Pluto are compatible to be on stream together for a discussion like that. Even the two people who are black people doesn't mean they mix. Could be. I don't know. I don't want to go that far, but it could be. It just seems like you can't. He seems like he cares about this channel because he wants to make money off of it. Where I'm like, I don't know who gives a fuck. You know, someone paid him like $50, $60 to exist today, or yesterday, just paid him $60 in super chats. I wouldn't do that, but hey, everybody has their money making operation, right? So who gives a shit? Society ain't even worth fighting for. Just go live the best life you possibly can and use money to get there. Yeah, but like, who cares? Like, honestly, why would you bother doing this? Why don't you just go in a blaze of glory? Like, what's the point of living your best life when society doesn't matter anyway? If it's not worth fighting for, it's not worth living in either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why live in a society that's not worth fighting for? I'm here to consume next product and then coon my brains out and then blow my brains out. Is this really what we exist for? Like, this is what I mean when I say, like, people say things, and do they understand the implication of what the fuck you just said? Like, it's not worth fighting for, so why are you living in it? You know, why are you living in it then? A society not worth fighting for is not worth living in either. For being honest with ourselves, bro, go to the gym, drink protein shake, and smoke weed. Yeah, basically, smoke weed every day. Hey boy, I'm planning to work 16 hours per week to be tax free. Oh boy, I just like Pluto. I think he is not funny because he like a clown all the time. When the other guest came on, you should have left. Yeah, I stayed for like a good another half hour, but I was like, whatever, dude. Love Pluto, good dude. I cook on his streams. Like I sometimes cook on yours. But hey, we're all different. Whatever. Pluto is a shit interviewer. Well, they are wrong about the MGTOW guys. I don't know. That's one thing I wanted to chime in on, but like, I basically kind of said my point here, where it's like, if the thing you wanted rejected you, and then you run off to go make some money somewhere else to cope with the fact that you got rejected, it is what it is. You know, a lot of these dudes can't concede the fact that before they went before they started becoming a elite money maxer, they were chasing women too, and then they got rejected so many times, or they realized that the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, so you left, right? So I mean, is what it is. So like, a lot of these dudes who are currently in a state of like money maxing are simply just dudes who are like, okay, well, I wasn't successful in this thing, so I'm going to do this thing instead. That's being sent your own way to some extent, right? Because the thing you wanted, if you had the opportunity when you were younger, you would have taken it, right? But you didn't. So, Mark said, in a lot of big words, that capitalism is bad. We should not have to work. Well, there you go. I hope you get to talk to First again sometime. He sounded so down and depressed last time. I heard him ages ago. Yeah, he's making Informatics part or not season 3 rather, but we'll see when it comes out. MGTOW dudes are so miserable they think they're going their own way, but they can't stop talking about women. Yeah. I remember those negative 1 second just to spam Gen Alpha kids you showed recently. That video, I'm gonna play that video again. That video is so sad. If you really look at what that video is, it's so sad. The kids' brains are fried. I mean, we're all just laughing at it, but it's I don't know. You either laugh at it or you cry at it, right? Because like the kid's brain is fried. Like you look at the kid's brain, dude. You look at the kid's brain. You can tell there's no brain there, dog. It's some kid. Yeah, some kid. He got fried up. He got fried up. His brain's been fried by the fucking 5G, and he's just sitting there fucking. It's weird. Where is it? Let me see if I can find this video. Where's the video at? Where in the fuck is this video of? Wish I could find it. Where the hell is it? No, I know it's a video. I'll find it later. Doesn't matter. You guys saw the video the other day. It doesn't matter that much, but it's funny. That video is so it's funny. It'd be sad if it wasn't so funny. I guess, right? Who knows? But kids' brains are fried. We're all sitting here laughing at it. I'm like, what in the fuck? I'm like, what? I'm like, this kid's brain is fried. I'm like, there's no fucking way the kid's brain is fried, dude. Brains are fried by the 5G. Speaking of which, I think I found it. Here it is. This video is so sad. I found it. It's right here. Got it. Yeah, look at this shit, dude. Look at this fucking kid's brain. Look at these kids' brain getting fried by the technology into 5G. Look at this shit, dude. Here they are looking around. Oh, look at this shit. Oh, wow, we're in France. No, you're not, kid. You're in a headset. Look at this kid, dog. This kid, I can't tell if he's smart or if he's just like mentally deficient. Because he's literally like he's not even watching the video, dog. He's hearing 2 seconds of audio. He's hearing 2 seconds of audio, and then he's swiping up to see the next video. He's playing Minecraft. Which one is this kid smart, or is he just like, what is it? I don't know what to call it, dude. Look, here he is again, like GTA. What, GTA 4? Wow, dang, dude. Look at this kid. This kid's multitasking like a. Look, he's not even watching the video, and then you got this kid over here with his grandparents and watching whatever on the tablet. What's that, Bob's Burger or some shit? Who fucking knows? Look at this one here, sad dog. This kid's some Chinese kid or some Korean kid laying on his back or side, fucking swiping up on his imaginary cell phone. Oh, dude. I thought that our new atheistic a secular world was supposed to drag us into the next a century where we would all be elite Ubermensch who would know the truth, and we would all be flying around in flying cars, and instead we have kids addicted to fake the tablets in their hand, and they're literally plugged in the matrix, dude. What do you call it, dude? What is this? Look at this shit, dog. Shit is some next level shit, dog. Oh, dude. What do you call it, dude? That baby is fucking. That kid's brain is fried, dog. Oh, dude. Yes, Marx versus Munich Zurich School, and it has been a bad reputation because Lenin, Stalin, Castro failed with classic communism, so they had to rebrand it. Frankfurt School was the rebranding. Yeah, they realized that rather than going after the economic, in fact, you don't even need the working class anymore. All you simply need to do is to infiltrate the managerial elite, and then just because those guys they're the ones who go to these schools, so they go to the communist training schools and learn that in academia, and they learn all the ins and outs of communism there, and then they take that stuff and they implement communism in their own corporation. So at the end of the day, you don't even need the working class anymore, which is why the working class feels so left out right now, right? Because at the end of the day, you no longer need them anymore, so you just push them aside, and then you use this new brand of what's it called what's it called social what they call it again something yeah and not anarcho cat what do they call the fucking thing again what's the fucking name for this shit um someone it'll come back to me at some point, but yeah, you use this like social Marxism, right? Or so yeah, social Marxism to push an agenda. So and rather than the working class, you have the oppressed classes like women, minorities, whatever else. Social engineering is not a new concept. It's not. Yeah, it's not new. We've always been doing it. I like when under our laws you can pay 30K plus worth of income tax and remain eligible for most regular deductions of government programs. Better to be a loser, parasite than a productive taxpayer. Oh, some truth there. Oh, dude. Just apply for UBI. It's coming for us, dude. The UBI is coming for us, Doug. Dude. More dependence on the state equals more government tyranny. Pluto is cool and makes great content. He's also very funny, but he does a lot of coping. Mystery was too base for him. I don't know. Let's call it for what it is. Sperm count will be 0% by 2045, study show. There it is. There it is. Oh, dude, what are we doing here? Sheep doggy. What I got that dog in me. Okay. What the fuck are these icons, dude? What are these icons? I don't even think the internet is such a bad thing. It's the access to it, wherever you go. It's too insightful for people, especially children. Oh, dude, it is. Yeah, I guess we're frying their brains, dog. Their brains getting fried by everything else in the world. And here we are. In fact, here's a video, dude. Here's a sad video. I think I played the video on my Discord server, but this video is so sad, dude. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine being this fucking kid here, being this guy? So here you have Chad and his thing over here, and you're this dude. You know, he getting all the action, and you're over here just like you're about to graduate. You got your MD or some shit. You got your engineering degree. You're lining up here to get your picture taken, and they're over here just having a good old time. You're just over here in the corner like whatever, dude. Look at this dude, man. They're right in front of you too. They don't care. Maybe it's his sister. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's his brother. Who knows? But yeah, it's what it is. What do you call this? Oh, dude, this is some next level shit, dude. Here it is. Look, oh, put your tassel on the other side, dude. There you go. There you go. You look a lot better with that on, dude. There you go. Clip is so brutal, man. This is brutal. Like, this is fucking brutal. Oh, the brutality, dog. This is brutal, man. That's some brutality right there. Brutality, flawless victory. Like, this is one of those things, dude. Oh, dude. Yeah, critical theory. Yeah, critical theory. They call it. Yeah, critical theory. Yeah, critical theory. That's what I was looking for. Critical theory. Let me see what else we got here. I mean, it could be worse. You could be this dude over here. You could be working at a. I played the clip before, but you could be doing shit like this. You could be this guy. Look at. Could you imagine working in the Walmart? Like you're working at Walmart, right? And not only do you make no money, but they humiliate you on camera. So like, what do you call that? I don't know, dude. I mean, dude. And then they got you over here dancing. Dude, could you imagine being this guy? I mean, they're all here, but like, I don't know, man. Like, this is some dude. Like, this is some next level slave ritual, humiliation ritual shit, dude. It's some next level shit, dog. Some next level stuff. Oh man. Oh my god. Yeah, well there it is. Well, Eugene Slave of the Year award. What is, dude, could you imagine being that guy, dog? Could you imagine being these people in that screen? I think I took another video. I have a new video. Oh, here. I can't play that video, dude. But yeah, like I don't know how. Truth be told, are you serious? I can't open the video up. Go fuck yourself, dude. Can I play this video? Come on. There we go. This video works. Truth be told, I can see why the native Brits are not breeding and why they're not having kids. Because when you have to, when the only thing waiting for you at the end of your end of your day are these slags who walk through this door. I don't know what to say. Like this is what you have waiting for you. This thing. How? Truth be told, it's a wonder that the Brits lasted so long. Like, could you imagine having to fuck this thing? What is this? Oh my god! But I mean, I guess the reason why they call them slags, right? This is like these like, what do you call this? It's absolute trash, dog. What's it trash? Yeah, Ronald McDonald. Like, dude, I've seen trash cans and in a fucking McDonald's with more class appeal than these things. My god, but like, dude. Look at this shit. Like, could you imagine being? Oh my, look. Wait, what was this one? She just walked right by. She knew she ain't shit, dog. What is this? It's like a walking fridge. There's no curve at all. It's just like this thing. Might even be a man. What is this, dog? She just walked right by. She knows she ain't shit, dog. She knows she ain't shit. She's like, oof. Look at this shit. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go slow motion here. What's okay? This flag here is like, I don't know, dude. Look at the face. Let's look at the face. There's so much. Like, look at her eyes. One eye's like, kind of drooped out in here. Look, you can tell she's caked in makeup, dog. You can tell she's caked in makeup. What is this? What is this thing? They all look like pigs. They kind of all look like pigs in a way, right? Look. What? Oh, dude. Oh man, dude. Here we go. Keep going. Fuck. I'm playing at full speed. What in the fuck? And they all have this puffed out lip thing going on with this weird puffy lip thing. It's a wonder that the British people are still alive, Doug. I don't even know how it's possible, dude. I can see why the men don't breed. They're like, like if my only picks are these things, then I guess I'm just not gonna breed at all. Like, oh, dude, fuck it, dude. I'll just die. Like, there's no need. This is a good pick. This is a good meme. I don't. This meme. This isn't even a meme. This is a funny video. We're gonna take a break from laughing at women. This is a funny one, dude. So, this is why I love cats, dog. Right? Cats are like some of the funniest animals on the planet. It is Saturday and it's Catter Day. It's Catter Day, guys. So post some cats. By the way, here we go. This is some funny shit. Look at this shit. Look at this cat. It's like what? It's like, what are you doing? I love it. It starts biting him like what? It's so funny, dude. I don't know why anyone geeks me out so much for it. Like, what are we doing here, dude? Bites on like, what are you doing, dog? Oh man. The ending's the best part because it's like it just cuts to like a look at the cat's face. Look at the cat's face in the end. Like ah. Let me get right to the end. Hold on. Look at his face at the end. It's like crying his face out. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. He's like ah. Oh, dude, he's just dying, dog. Oh, dude, it's funny. But what we really want to know is what I really want to know is what was going through like when the cat was at when this cat here was at this moment. What was he thinking about? Like he's like, you know what, dog? I'm just gonna bite your ass. And there's gonna be no rhyme or reason to it. Fuck it, dog. I'm gonna bite your ass today. Just bite him like it's funny, dude. Oh, here we go. Like look, he even licks his lips. He's like, I'm about to get some of this butt. And he's like, he even licks his lips, dog. He licks his lips. He's like, I'm about to go get some of this butt. He just goes right. Look at his lips, dog. This is all premeditated murder, dog. Look at this. He goes right in for the big munch. He just goes in for the big munch, dude. He had to show dominance, dog. He had to show dominance, dog. Show dominance. It's true. Show dominance. This is what they're gonna take, guys. You got to show dominance. So dude, that's so funny. I don't know why it's so funny. When you slow it down, it's like, what was this cat thinking, dog? Yeah, I have a cat. My cat's teeth are super sharp. Yeah, that's true. Here we have a species of a missing human being. We found the missing link in Brazil. The missing link is found in Brazil. Here it is. Here's the missing link. Here's the missing link. We found it. What is this? Dude, what in God's green earth is going on in Brazil, dude? Brazil is like some mystery meat, next level shit, dog. I cannot believe. How does it even exist? You can't tell me that this thing's human, dog. Dude, come on, dog. Is he even human anymore? What is? Dude, that's some next level fucking shit, dog. We found the missing link. It's right here in Brazil, dude. All cats are Chad. That's true. They are Chads. What is it, dude? What the fuck is it? Look at it. I don't even know what to say, man. Could be grown in a lab. Dude, this is what the average black man gets in heaven. This is this black man heaven? Is this black man heaven, guys? What do you call this? What are we talking? What is this, dude? It's like a whale. It's a whale. It's whaling. It's whaling, dude. What on God's green earth is going on, Doug? Dude, I don't even know how you can be this fat and still be able to walk. I don't even know how it's possible, dude. Like the human body, is it's an amazing thing. Like the human body is an amazing thing. The fact that it can survive so much abuse and still be alive. Yeah, so could you imagine, dude? You could probably you could light a fire with these chicks' thighs, dog. There's no way it's not looking like some old ass fucking a left in the fucking microwave hamburger between these thighs, dog. There's no way. There's no way it's not, dog. There's no way it's not, dog. The frictions, yeah, you could light a fire with this bitch, dog. Imagine the smell. I do it. Do you want to imagine the smell? I don't think you want to, dude. I'm good. I'm good. And I guarantee you, there's someone out there fucking it, dog. Someone out there screwing that hole, dude. So, just because it looks like we're doing some old memes today. We're gonna do some old memes. We're gonna go back in time. So, like, here we have the Chinese concrete company where they install let's see. How do they wipe their ass mystery? Dude, they fucking don't. That's the fucking secret. Like, how do chicks with long ass nails wipe their ass? You tell me. There's no fucking way they are. That's all it comes down to. Here we go. So here we have. Look at this. What is this? Could you imagine being in China and like this is what your building is made out of, Doug? You're looking through like, what is this? Like, he's looking around like, wait, this is real? He's looking around like, what is this? Dude, they put the sand in the continent. I don't know. This is weird. If I ever had to go, I'm never going to China, dog. No fucking way. No fucking way, dude. I feel like China is like a fake country. Like nothing there seems real. Does that make any sense? Like, all right, let's open the chat for a little bit of Here you go. Here's the invite link, Arena. I think someone posted a link earlier. Where's that link at? Maybe I can pull that up and talk over that for a little bit. Where's that link at? Where is the link? Where's that link at? Is it here? I don't even see it anymore. Guess it's gone. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think I missed it the first time. Copy link address. Copy link address. There we go. Go to Firefox. Do this. This is the same dude from before. There's a big. It's the same dude. Wow. All right, dude. Give me your worst.
Double standard on the internet that I've noticed where guys will be terrified of talking to girls, but in the same breath say like it doesn't matter how you talk to girls. It only matters how you look, how tall you are, how good of a jawline you have, if you have the hunter eyes. It doesn't matter if you can actually talk to girls because they make this like split-second decision whether or not they like you or not. But the truth is it does matter. It does matter how good you can talk to girls. It also matters how good look.
Yeah, but who does he think is going to have the ability to talk to women better? The guy who's got the everything he just talked about here, or is he talking about, or the dude who's never had experience talking to women at all because he doesn't have the looks? Like who does he think is going to have the better talking chops? Right? Like yeah, sure. I've seen some dudes who are relatively unattractive who have decent talking chops. Sure, who have a mouthpiece. Sure, but at the same time, like the dude, we're talking about the average. The average person is the average man simply because he has more the average Chad rather because he has more opportunities to talk to women. Is going to be a better talker to women than the dude who never has any opportunity at all. Like I don't know how you can whatever. Well, let's just see where he goes. Fuck it.
Looking you are and how tall you are, these things all play a role in how well you're going to do with attracting women. But it's ignorant to ignore the fact that girls really like a guy who's socially successful, who can talk.
Yeah, but who's more likely to be socially successful, right? The dude who's attractive, or the dude who's unattractive. It's weird. I don't know. It's a weird video. It's like, once again, it's like people don't understand the implication of what the fuck they said. So I don't know.
Talk to them, who can make them laugh, who can keep a conversation going. And you shouldn't be scared talking to girls because girls are just humans. They're like you and me. They shit.
Yeah, they're human beings that can ruin your life. Like, yeah, like they can easily, especially nowadays with social media, they can easily just come in there and ruin your life. So that's weird.
They fart. They do all the things that we do that are embarrassing, and they have a lot of insecurities, just like we as men have insecurities about our bodies and personalities and
What in the fuck? Tomorrow is chest day. Dude, you look like a fucking Incredible Hulk. Who is Wavy? You have a new person here, Wavy. Who are you, Wavy? Hello, Wavy.
What's up? Thank you for having me on, man.
No problem.
I'm new to your channel. I've been like watching for the past like week. I think you have really cool live streams.
Oh, good shit. So, all right, let's talk. Let's do some groundwork here. What are your stats? Who are you? Where are you from?
I'm from the East Coast.
East
yeah,
Coast,
black.
okay,
Yeah, 30
black.
years old.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'8".
How would you rate your looks?
Average. I've had
Like
decent
5,
dating
6?
success. I'd say like 5. Like I've had
Okay.
decent like success like a couple years ago.
Okay.
Like post 2018 is when I really started to struggle. Like post like 2019 really, but yeah.
Okay.
I've been in the black pill. I've been studying the black pill for like past few years.
So you're 5'8". Okay, 5'8". And then
Yeah.
you still live on the East Coast. Like what part? You like in Northeast or you?
Tri-state area.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, well, good shit. What do you want to talk about? Here to comment on the video? Or you here to talk?
Yeah, the video for sure. Yeah, if that's cool.
Okay, cool. Now let's do it. Fuck it.
Ass and everything like that. You should not be scared of talking to girls because it's something you're going to have to get through if you want to attract a woman. It's going to be your girlfriend.
Well, but to attract a woman first, you have to have the looks up front. So why would you even like to attract a woman? That's what it's called being attractive, right? You're attracting things towards you. Like like it's not just a matter of like you show up and say a few words and the women just walk up to you. Like no, you attract them with the looks first, and then you kind of use them the kind of the quote unquote the mouthpiece to close the deal. But truth be told, the deal's already been closed at the time you open your mouth, so it's like it's almost irrelevant. But whatever.
And eventually your waifu. And we all want waifus as guys. Like we want this. We don't want to go MGTOW. We do not want to end up alone. That is not a good life. We want to have a family and attract a woman. So you have to be able to talk to girls. The worst thing that's going to happen to you is that you're just going to get rejected.
Oh, bro, you wish. I guess it depends on when and how you do it. If you're doing it at work, don't bother. I would never ever bother to go after women at work. Unless you're Chad, and even then, it's still a headache because like if that chick breaks up with you or you break up with her, there's some drama at work. You don't want to be involved with that. That's your fucking job, right? So don't bother. And then most other situations, because dating becomes such an online thing, like you really are you're risking a lot when you go to any on any social media is so brutal nowadays that people will easily just take your DM or your text message and put on the internet and laugh at you. So it's like you're putting a lot on the line nowadays when you are, especially when you're sub 8 when you approach a woman now. So
yeah, this is the type of like normie gaslighting that a lot of normies tend to dismiss or tend to not acknowledge that we're living in a changing world where a lot of their viewpoints are outdated because a majority of relationships are started online. I don't know the exact number statistics, but amongst like millennial, Gen Z, etc. So I mean, and everything, and because of that, everything is based off of aesthetics and appearance. They call it love at first sight for a reason, you know. So the first thing you see is gonna be the first thing you see, and that's gonna give you that's gonna base everything, the whole interaction based off of just the first thing.
Yeah, I actually have the data for that. We showed it the other day. I have it right here. I pulled it up. I think I had that one on pretty easy reach to get that one. This is how bad it has gotten really for online dating. Makes up over 50% of how couples meet in the U.S. So through friends is dead. Work is dead. The bar is dead. Grade school is dead. Neighbors are dead. College is dead. It's all dying. It's almost all reaching 0%. Below is sub 10%. That's for sure. Look at online dating. How it's just shot up exponentially compared to everything else. So we all know what the dad says, but
right. But then they'll hit you with the online is not real life, bro, or just go outside, bro. And it's like, come on,
real to me, dude. I'm still in base fucking 3D reality when I'm fucking on my phone, dog. So I don't know what to tell you. So
right. And then what's even worse is that normies will project as well their success, and they'll basically imply that, okay, well, because I did it and I'm successful at it, then anyone can do it. I mean, this dude is like, I guess you could say like a mid-tier normie, I guess. Like he probably can do a lot better than most guys that are.
Well, in his case, like in a lot of white cells or mayo cells, what I want to call them, white people, white men's cases, they have the ability to kind of dip in other markets if they need to satisfy their sexual needs. So like, whereas other ethnic men don't have that opportunity per se. Some of them do if you're like an NBA star, but most of we're talking about the average person though. The average black male, the average Indian guy, the average Asian guy doesn't have the opportunity to dip into the white market or the Asian market to get what they need. They have to either deal with their own race or deal with nobody at all. White people tend to have the ability to pistol white men because they're so desired, whether it be for the money or for the looks. The getting that baby with a nice hair or some shit, right? They go after these. They go after the women just pursue them, and Asian women are their primarily their next step down of like, okay, but if I can't get a white woman, Asian women are the next step down. So
right, exactly. So he's just doing what most normies will do and just project and gaslight.
Yeah, a lot of people have this doing this happened a lot in the stream I was on last night with Pluto, but I'm not gonna say but a lot of people they'll like self extrapolate. They'll take their own personal experience and then apply it to the greater whole, but it's not how data or anything else works in the world. So like, it is odd that you would like self extrapolate from like yourself that, oh well, I'm not having any issues, therefore this is the world fine. It seems weird. Like it's like kind of very much reeks of like some guy making $200,000 a year saying that inflation is not a problem. It's like, well, duh, you're making $200K a year, like stupid fuck, like duh, like of course you don't care. You're making your paycheck $5,000-$6,000 every 2 weeks, so you don't care. Like,
yeah, it's just like a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of normies are very unaware. Well, I would say they're unaware and they're unaffected by certain aspects.
Yeah, I would use the word unaffected because like people don't, a lot of times it's not really. A lot of them they either know the truth and reject it, or they don't know the truth at all. And I think it's maybe they just flat out don't know. They don't know how bad it is because once again, if you're not living living the life, or if you're not an average, well then of course you're not going to have any issues because like you're not average. So your mileage may vary, right? So your life is going to be a whole lot different than somebody's life who's like a 5 or 6 out of 10 and 5'10" or something like that, right? So
it's almost like when chicks when chicks will try to give out dating advice and it's like, oh well, have you tried going outside and getting a hobby? Have you tried online dating? Have you tried this? All this like normie spew type shit, and it's just like, well, of course, no. It's like, of course, you could say that because your dating experience and your reality is very different compared to the average man. You're a woman, so you're old. You can go anywhere and do anything. You don't have to do much, and
like, women are accepted anywhere and everywhere they go. It's the reality of it. Like men will accept any group of women who approach them. They'll say, oh yeah, if you want to play with us, you can play with us here. Yada yada yada. They'll always be accepted anywhere, but a single man when he shows up, I think first said this a while ago in Cell Maddox, but he's looked at with like, he's looked at as being odd or like suspicious, right?
Right.
We don't know what to do with you, but you're a single woman, dude, people will accept you anywhere and everywhere, right? They almost want you around, but
Exactly.
And here's a little preemptive truth telling. We all get rejected. Good looking guys get rejected less than bad looking guys, but every guy has shot his shot and missed. And it's just a kind of a coming of age thing for guys. You have to get through that. But you shouldn't be scared because rejection is just one step closer to a yes. And
that's not true. It's not necessarily true, but whatever.
some guys will say that's cope, but the truth is you have to be able to sift through the no's to get to the yeses. And if you're scared of talking to girls, you're kind of shutting yourself off from.
I don't know what world this guy's living in.
Normally,
you know what I mean? Like if you're somebody who's like, hate to say it, but like it's kind of like he's basically advocating for like do your 10,000 cold approaches for the day, and then on the 10,001st cold approach that woman's gonna say yes to you, and it's like, okay, like people say is it a numbers game? Sure, maybe to some extent, but like in an age of social media where women are now aware of that men who are of higher quality than you exist, and they're within easy reach via a smartphone. They can just go on Instagram, find his profile, like his profile, or follow his profile, send him a DM, or wait for him to send her a DM, and then she's in. Why would she even bother with you?
Exactly.
Like your odds of rejection are a lot higher now than what they used to be because they have so many more avenues in which to find men they actually want.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at certain, I don't know, like if all dating apps do this, but I know that certain dating apps, you could put in like a filter as far as like your preferences, right? So a woman can pick 6'3", 100K a year, blah, blah, blah. Now she's cut out like 95% of the users, of the men on that app. Like they can literally go directly to what they want. They no longer have to sit around and wait for a man to approach them and stuff like that, which is why they don't, it's why they don't look at the dating app as the dating market as fucked up at all.
Like when you're a woman, you literally within not even a week, like within 2 days, you have 99999 matches or likes on your profile. Whereas you're a man, you might have, if you're Chad, you might have like, I don't know, 50, 60. Who knows?
Right.
Those are really good numbers. Maybe more than that. Who knows how good it is for Chad? But if you're a regular dude, you're lucky if you get 2 matches, in 3 months. if you're lucky, like you're lucky if you get that. Like. So that's just like is what it is.
And what he's implying is that basically spam approach, just keep spam approaching.
Yeah, which is basically the old style PUA cold approach where you just approach 1 million women out in public and eventually one of them will say yes. And it's like
eventually a Landwell or an old washed up post wall chick will give you her number basically, because that's pretty much what I always say this, Mystery. Most average men these days, if you have any chance of getting anything, it's probably going to be a single mother, an old chick, or a fat chick.
Yeah, those are your options for the average man. They are. Yeah.
Ever being able to make contact with the girls who are naturally attracted to you, because there's just like levels of filters that girls will use with guys, and the first filter is, am I attracted to him? That's the first immediate yes or no. The second one is, can he keep a conversation going?
Oh, come on, bro. I don't know.
He basically just proved the black.
He proved that point in like the first 40 said. Like, so if he had a brain in his head, he would realize, oh, well, if I can't get past the first filter, what's the point of him being able to talk?
Exactly.
Like I've met some short men that can talk a good game, dude. They're funny. They got it all going on. But when you actually look at their success rate, I'm sorry, it's not that high because like they can't get past the first filter. They're too short, or they're too ugly, or some combination of both, and they don't have what it takes. So like it's weird.
Right. I say like the pills go, although I consider the pills just a classification of worldviews and in certain aspects of dating, but I feel like I've always thought that like you have to go through each pill. Like first you have to start off with the black pill. Do you pass the black pill filter? Okay. Do you then you could have to pass the red pill filter, your behavior and all that shit. And then maybe the blue pill filter is your personality, which often doesn't really matter, but you have to go through the black pill filter first before you even get a chance to even display your personality, display your conversational skills. Most men are not going to get past that first filter.
Now, like, do I think having a good mouthpiece counts for something? Maybe a little bit, but like even then though, like it's not going to get you the woman you think. Yeah, sure, Chad can't show up and literally be a 2 IQ slobbering retard. Maybe he could. I don't know. Maybe he is that bad nowadays. But I just don't think that like it matters as much as he thinks it does. Like he could just show up and just be normal. Like he doesn't have to show up and be like flashy and crack a bunch of jokes. He can just show up and be normal, and that's good enough for most women because you don't know why that's him being NT. He's neurotypical. That means he's not weird. He's not odd and just regular. So like that's good enough. He doesn't have to show up and be like a clown. Basically what having a mouthpiece kind of is. You're using that mouthpiece to as a crutch because you don't have the looks to back up your words, right? So
exactly, which will just lead to you being a jester max. But see, the thing is, women will just like a good looking Chad, like a Chad that would doesn't have conversation skills. She'll just say, oh well, he's the strong and silent type.
He's shy. He's shy or some shit.
Yeah, he's shy. Yeah, he's shy. He's strong and silent. He's a mysterious.
Yeah, they'll make excuses for you. And I think Handsome X here said this is true as well. When she has a high level of attraction towards you, you don't have to keep the conversation going. Yeah, I've had this happen to me too, where it's like women will literally bring up topics for you to keep the conversation going. So it's perfect. Yeah.
They will do all the talking. Women can have conversations with a wall at that point. Like it's not even about
women love to talk. So if she's not talking to you, she's probably she doesn't not attracted to you. So
exactly.
Do I enjoy talking to him? Do I feel safe around him? And if you get through that filter, you eventually get to the last filter, which is like, is he actually a fit to be like a long-term partner? And it's true, like the black pill side of things, like if the girl's not attracted to you, it doesn't really matter how good you can talk to her. Best case scenario, you're going to get friend zoned. But if you can't even like interact with girls, it really doesn't matter how good you look, because girls want a guy that can make them feel safe, that can make them laugh, that they can actually...
Women apply the fucking halo effect at such a high level that even men who admit to being criminals somehow make it in their orbit. So it's like, come on, like, or end up getting them in their orbit. And like once again, someone says stop the show. Yeah, he just, I don't know, like he admits the black pill's correct, and then still tries to cope away the idea of like lookism by saying, well, yeah, but if you can't even do the first step, but you admitted that the first step is your look. So if you can't get past the first filter, it doesn't matter how much of a good talker you are. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. So I don't know. This is weird.
Engage in conversation with and make a friendship with to an extent. Like I don't think your girl doesn't have to be your best friend. I think that's kind of a cringy idea, but you want to be able to make a close friendship and have trust and laugh and be able to just enjoy life together with your partner. So you shouldn't be scared of talking to girls, because first off, if she's not attracted to you, it doesn't matter. Like the stakes are low. And second of all, if you want a girl that likes you for who you are, you don't want a girl that you have to like play a character around or like try to act like someone you're not. So the best thing you can possibly do is just be casual and be yourself, because that's the type of girl you want to attract. You want to attract the girl that is going to like you for being yourself, because that's the only long-term strategy that's sustainable. You're going to learn to hate this woman and hate yourself if you're trying to play some character and some guy that you're not. Now, that doesn't mean you can't lean into the best sides of yourself. Like you need to present the masculine sides of yourself and talk about things that you morally align with and stuff like that. But if you're trying to play a character, like if you're not into sports at all and you're trying to act like you're some, Giga Chad athlete dude, she's going to eventually sniff that out and realize this dude's playing a character. He's just trying to impress me. He's just trying to win me over. And she's going to toss you to
I don't know.
I know. Is this just like the same typical normie projection?
Yeah, like it's just like I've seen this dude's videos before. We talked about him like about a week ago or 2 weeks ago now, and it's like his videos are from like they might as well be from like 10 years ago. Like,
right.
He's like stuck in a time capsule, and I'm like, what? This video came out fucking 2 weeks ago. My God, like this dude's talking like he came from fucking 2015, 2010. Like, my
honestly,
God.
Honestly, if you would have told me that this video was 10 years old, I would have believed you. I would have been like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, this is just what normies do. I mean, like, look at this dude, like no homo, but he's like obviously like a Chad light, if anything. So I mean, he's projecting his experiences and his success. He knows what he's saying only applies to guys that are attractive, but he has to, like you said, cope and throw the normie cliches out there for his audience and for his grift or whatever it is. I don't know if this guy's like a dating coach or whatever, but they have to throw in those normie cliches to keep their audience in that false hope, mindset. It's really sad because it's fucked up because they know they're lying. They know deep down inside. I mean, he already said like attraction is the first thing.
Yeah.
Decide. So the stakes are low. Just be yourself and don't be afraid of talking to girls. Rejection's not going to kill you. Girls are just like you. They're just like me. They're humans. They have embarrassing things about their past. They have insecurities. They have
Oh boy, do they.
things that they're working through. And they're not the enemy. Like online, I've seen a lot of guys kind of push this narrative that girls are the enemy, that guys need to like unite and stuff like that. Girls have been lied to by secular society, and they've been brainwashed in a lot of ways by secular media, by this idea.
Yeah, but if you know that, and you know that they have these unrealistic, like the problem for a lot of these tradcons is that they don't understand, once again, they don't understand context. Like the context in which you are advocating for these things matter. And you behave as if you're going to take some woman who's, been born in a society that's empowered her, and she can make her own money now. She can go on OnlyFans. She can go on Tinder and find a chat or something like that. And that a woman who's been raised in our egalitarian, equality-driven society, and you expect this woman to somehow adopt traditional values, you're out of your fucking mind.
So this guy's a Christian tradcon. I don't know too much about him.
He's got to be a trad. I mean, he's pushing the stuff, and that's
because he's using the word secular, so that's why I threw in the Christian.
But
that makes so much more sense because that's like blue pill world, like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like that's like everything he's saying. Like I genuinely believe he does believe what he's saying. Now that I have more context, because a lot of Christian tradcons, they're like probably the most blue pill people you could ever meet. So it does make sense why he has the opinions that he has. But he's a young dude, so he can't. He can't deny the aspect of social media and dating apps and how they've affected dating. Whereas a guy like this, let's say 10, 50 years ago would have been married already, had kids and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know if this guy's in a relationship. I don't know who this guy is, so I don't know like his life details. But it's making a lot of sense what I'm saying.
Yeah. Everything kind of lines up when you know somebody's background a little bit. Like, okay, I know exactly where you're coming from. Like, if but yeah, he seems to have the very Christian upbringing, and he thinks that, But once again, a lot of Christians don't understand that, like, the world that they want to live, or the world that they want to exist, exists within the context of everything else around it. Like, you can't advocate for equality when your own holy text says that like women are subservient to men. Like, how can you live in a society that says one thing and then you advocate for something else? That's stupid. Like those two things they're incongruent. They don't match up. It's like oil and water. Like so and this is why like I look at so many female Christians like, what do you even believe? Like you don't believe anything in this book. Like why are you Christian? Like you're you don't believe any of it. Like what's the point? So like you're using it as a punchline. Like okay, so like I'm a Christian. Are you like God said, a woman is not to preach to a man, but you're sitting here doing it. God said that man is above woman. The woman is the a weaker vessel. Homosexuality is an abomination, and they all but the only thing they ever take out of the Bible is that Jesus said love everybody. Like what? Like how do you do that? Like it's weird.
Well, Christianity, the Bible is such I hate to use it, but like one of the most red pill pieces of literature. If you really like dissect it in the scriptures and how it views women and men and the dynamics of that. So any woman that says she's a Christian and does anything secular or anything close to being secular is not really a Christian. And they use that whole Christian thing as like a disguise to come off as a good girl. We already know that most of that is bullshit anyway. But with normie Christian men is that they tend to put on their blinders when it comes to just the realities of the modern world. Like they try so hard to pretend, like you said, everything's in the context of itself. So everything that the modern world is, Christians pretend it doesn't exist, and that they're still living in like times where
they're still living in like 1950s America. Like, well, that's long gone, dude. Like that shit got left behind in the 60s with the sexual revolution and everything else. So it's over. Like the good times are over, and we're in the new age.
Right.
And the new age is this is what we do in the new age, obviously. So I hate to
Right.
say it, but like, and that's not even to say I disagree with his his what's I don't want to say this, like, I don't necessarily disagree with his the idea of like traditionalism per se. Like, it makes, like, if you want to have a stable society,
Right.
having people in, men and women matched up in one-on-one relationships, and having families, that's how you have a stable society. But like, we don't
Right.
we
don't have that.
yeah, well, beyond not having that, we don't have the conditions that exist to allow that to happen.
Right, exactly.
Like, the people are not as moral as they used to be. They're extremely secular. They don't care about the Bible. They don't care about religion. They don't care about these things. They're very secular. They care about equality. They believe they care about equality. They believe in all these things they claim to care about, and they're more akin to care about making an extra dollar tomorrow than they are to care about what Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount. So it's like, so how do you convince a group of people who have been raised in a society like that to go back to a system that they weren't born into, and beyond that they don't even care about?
Exactly.
It's a funny game.
Just pretend that feminism, birth control, welfare,
didn't happen.
dating apps.
Just pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, pretend like none of that happened, and we're living in. Okay, yeah, that sounds fun. Like, that sounds like reality to me. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Feminism and not having families and pushing career first, and their career is like some pointless corporate job. But the truth is that women are great. Like, women make life possible. They are daughters of the king. Female nature in the right setting is not like an evil thing. It's not like girls are out to get you and make your life terrible like these MGTOW out dudes will push on you. It's not true.
Well, some of them actually do have that mindset nowadays. I'm not gonna say all of them do, but a lot of them do have that mindset. I'm not going to say every woman walks into a marriage thinking I'm going to fucking wait until 7 years to take half of this money, but some of them do. Like, a lot of them actually are very, very predatory in who they go after. Like, there'll be some chick at 28, 29 years old. I want a baby. Okay, well, this dude here has a job. He's got a decent job. He got his own spot. Okay, good enough for me for now. And then 7 years later, I'm taking half his shit. So it's like, I mean, some of them do actually, and someone said it right here, get the bag. That is a huge saying in a lot of female circles now. Get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. Okay,
right. It's not get the man, get the husband, get the kids,
get the bag, get the bag. And it's like, I'm like, bro, that is just like the fact that, like, a waste his time girl, like that is right. A saying in female circles for a reason, because they don't care. They don't care about men per se. They care about what men can do for them. And it's like, exactly. Men are human doings, women are human beings, and if a man can't provide, well, he ain't nobody, right?
Right. So, now, how old? Do you know how old this guy is?
I think he's in his early 20s.
Right. Yeah. So here's the thing: you never want to take dating advice from anyone in their 20s, and like, period. Right. Like, I'm 30, by the way. So, as you get older, of course, you go through experiences. I mean, I grew up at a time where I had somewhat of normality. I feel sorry for Gen Z dudes and Gen Alpha dudes, but yeah, this guy is super young. Very inexperienced. I mean, I don't know if he's married or whatever it is, but assuming that he is, or whatever, assuming he's in a relationship, right? He has no idea how the course of relationships go, because he's very young. Once a dude gets to a point, like, let's say in his 30s, when he's been in a long-term relationship for, let's say, about 10 years, he would have seen the entire cycle of the relationship process. And once you see that, you will not say things like what this guy is saying. I think any boomer, any divorcee, any male divorcee, whether it be a Gen X or a boomer, will tell you that.
Do you even have to experience the ups and downs of a relationship to know that, like, what he's saying is bullshit? Like, anybody
no. But I'm just saying he wouldn't say that if he.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, anybody with, like, two brain cells rubbed together can look at today's society and say, yeah, we don't have the conditions that allow families to be formed. We don't have that. We have women who want to be independent. We have men now who don't want to get married, for obvious reasons, but they don't want it either. So you have two groups of people who are supposed to come together and make families aren't doing it. So, like, and the only way to solve that problem would be to short of some black swan event that fucking eliminates everything. You're not bringing that back. So right.
I guarantee the time this dude hits 40. He will be singing a very different tune, especially if he's been married.
Yeah.
Girls are great. You don't want to ignore women. You don't want to do the red pill thing where you try to wait until your 30s where you're a multimillionaire and you can bang a bunch of women. You don't want that. You don't want to do the MGTOW, just ignore women forever and focus on your hobbies and get really good at origami. That's not the way either. You want to attract a good woman.
And it's so, I mean, I'm not saying that a 20-year-old can't have insights into the world. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just simply saying that, like, you know, I think there's a lot of old people out there who got old but had no wisdom. But he very much reeks of somebody who's like, you could learn a few things, dude, before you come on YouTube and start saying things like,
Exactly.
you know,
That's my point.
I didn't start coming on YouTube until I was like 28. You know, so I had
Yeah.
some life experience of like, okay, dating, how women
Yeah.
are, what's going on. I mean, like, I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. You're free, and this is America, right? So come on and speak your piece. But you know, you lack the historical context to say any of the things you're saying. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, you know, I wouldn't take it like as a 30-year-old. Why the hell, or a 40-year-old? Why the hell would you take advice from a 20-year-old about dating and relationships? Like, you would obviously have more experience and more nuance in understanding that than a 20-year-old. Now, this guy, I don't know how old exactly he is, but judging by his normie spew, he's definitely not as experienced. He's not experienced enough to be giving men advice, especially men who have studied like this type of gender dynamics, relationships, and modernity. I'm not hearing experience from this guy. I'm not here. You can kind of just tell, you know, like I'm not using ageism or anything like that, but you can really hear it in his voice. It's almost like he's very naive, and also he's a normie. He's like a Chad Light, so his reality is gonna be way different for a majority of men his age. So I just don't think he's qualified enough to be giving advice.
I don't know why do people come here and say monogamy isn't natural. This is weird. Like, like I'm not okay. Maybe it's not natural. It doesn't mean that like it's not the best system we had for mankind to exist in. This just seems weird to me. People keep saying this. It's not natural. So what the alternative is that we live in a polygamous society where nobody has any kids at all? What are we talking about here? Who cares? Who cares if it's not natural? There's a lot of things we do aren't fucking natural. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter.
Well,
It's an irrelevant fucking argument. It's irrelevant. Like naturalistic fallacy is bullshit. I'm sorry, it's stupid.
I will say that there's a difference between monogamy and marriage. Marriage, I don't think is necessarily about monogamy, but for you to have a functioning society, you do need marriage, like you stated earlier. But but you don't need monogamy.
People need to be attached to something. I mean, that's
right.
That's simply the best way that human society has flourished. If you look at the history of mankind, when societies deviated from that system, well, they fell apart. So I mean, like we know what works. We can look at history and see what worked, and we can look at when empires decline, we can see the precipitous decline of marriage and the increase in age that people get married at, and when they have children. And we know what happens when these things fall apart. And human beings seem to want to deviate from them because it feels good. Well, that's retarded. That's not how you maintain anything.
Right. Well, I would say that marriage was instilled in society to basically so men wouldn't, attack the king to try to kill the king, and because he's hoarding all the women and stuff like that. So I think marriage isn't.
It's also It's also it's a fool's errand. Yeah, go ahead. I'll leave you finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would just say that because back in the day, like back before civilization was civilized, kings, the men that was rich or most barbaric men were taking all the women. You couldn't have the underclass men needed a reason to pretty much contribute and not go crazy and destroy things. So marriage was instilled for that sake. However, to say that because married people cheat. I think married people are some of the biggest cheaters compared to like non-married people or people in like regular, non-married relationships. But to say that, to say monogamy is natural, that could be an argument. I also think that a lot of society, like I guess you could say social engineering plays a part as to why monogamy is harder today as well. I mean, obviously this is what we're, Black Pill's about pretty much. But I would say to anyone that would say that, monogamy is necessary, I wouldn't agree with that, but I would say marriage is necessary if you want a functional society.
I don't know. I just think that it's the one man, one woman system is the best system that we ever created because it gave every man a stake in society. And this idea that like, we're just gonna have a bunch of fuckboys running around with 85 baby mamas and that'll be our society. Well, we all know what happened with this when single mothers raise children. It falls apart. So like we know. Like human beings will know what the best system is and then do the opposite because the opposite feels better. like it's almost like everybody thinks that I'm gonna be the guy at the top of the pyramid, fucking 85 women, and I'm gonna be the king. But it's like, no, you're probably not. Okay, you're probably not. You're gonna be some fucking peasant, with nothing. So this is funny.
Well, this is why marriage is to guarantee that every man has a fair shot having a woman and being able to contribute to society because of that, to obtain that and maintain that. But I mean, at the same time, like again, right? Like people have been cheating. Most married men cheat. Most married women these days cheat. It wasn't always like that, but I would say I think the ideal scenario is that a man could have his wife and then he'll have like a mistress or something. That's usually how it went for a lot of cases. Not all, but yeah, definitely you need a marriage to have. You can't have a society of single people. This is you get pretty much a collapse through that alone, and that's what we're entering now, in my opinion.
What worked with men having multiple wives? When has that ever worked in any society ever? Then the churches came and ruined it all. Okay, dude. Yeah, whatever you say. Okay. Rome had monogamy. It worked. Other places had monogamy. It worked. But when we're talking about all of a sudden we get to the current age and all of a sudden we're like, well, this stuff doesn't work anymore, guys. Because I want to have sex with a million women, dude. I don't know. Weird. Like we know what the gold. In fact, I can pull the study up that says what the gold standard of human civilization is, and you probably just say it's not real. So who knows?
Preferably a woman that has very little to no sexual history, from a religious community that is gonna cheer for you and be there for you and be the wind in your sails. I think that's like the quote. That's the type of woman you want. And there's no use in being scared of talking to girls, because you want a girl that likes you for you. There's a good chance that she's already made up the decision if she's attracted to you or not. So that's going to be taken care of just off the rip, like immediately. The only thing left to do is just engage in conversation, talk to her, get to know her, and try to focus on do you actually like this woman? Like, is this girl actually going to be a good fit for you? And then you can worry about okay, maybe I have to get her to like me a little bit. Stop being scared of talking to girls. It's not that big of a deal. It's just not that deep. And I believe in you. You can do this. If you get rejected, just remember, I've been rejected many times. You're going to get rejected many times. Move on to the next one. Keep that head up. Keep moving forward, because eventually you're going to get a girl that is attracted to you and that does want to have the same sort of values and morals and family that you want to build towards. And it's going to be great if you do the vetting correctly and you don't get married.
Oh, dude, the vetting part, that's just such a cool part there, man. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. These women, like I said, they're all at the whims of society and fate. So and really they're friends too. A lot of women's friends will just break up your relationship just because they can, because they're fucking single too. So what ends up happening is you'll get married. The chick will be good for a few years. She'll talk to her friends. Her friends get fucking divorced. She gets divorced, and you're fucked too. It simply is just that's how things normally go, right? Because women follow their friends. They follow society's whims, and they are extremely malleable when it comes down to the women's society. So if society tells them that being an independent woman and whatever else is better, then they'll fucking do that. It's just some of these users, their brains are stuck in the wrong era. I don't know. Like I said, it's not to say he's wrong on what works on a for a civilization level, but he's, once again, the context in which these things happen, is it matters a lot more than the fact that it happened at all. So.
I mean, he said two things that contradict his whole video. He said, one, she has to be attracted to you first, right? So that already blows his whole thing out the water. But then also he said, find a girl that he said something to the effect of just make sure that she likes you a little bit, like personality wise or whatever it is. Well, it's okay, well, if she doesn't like you at all, then what? You just keep, and then also he's not considering the fact that he doesn't understand that the looks threshold and the hypergamy looks threshold is so high that a dude could go after a chick that would be on his level, but she won't want him because she's already had access to dudes that are above his level and they can't date down. And if she does decide to date down, it won't last because she's settling for you. It's not a matter if you like her, it's a matter if she likes you.
Yeah. It's not gonna be so great. Why are we here? I mean, that's it's kind of funny how people they'll blame the system that they left behind for the current system that they're on today. That's odd. Like you're the one that left. When I say you, the more you, we're the ones that left the system behind. It's not that system's fault you left it behind. So what? Who cares? Like it's just weird. Like you left the system behind, and then you're wondering, well, why are we in hell today? Well, you left the old system behind, so that's your own fault. So if you leave if something works and then you do something that doesn't work later on, is it the fault that you left? Is it the fault of the thing that worked? That's the thing that worked fault that you left it behind. We're still in a monogamous society. Are you fucking retarded? You got you're out of touch, bro. I would tell you, you're out of touch. We're really not. I mean, we're not, dude. I don't know what I don't know what age you're living in, dude. You're not. I think you're back in the 1950s, bro. I think you're pretty stuck in the 1950s, bro. We're not. People are not monogamous today in society, bro. They're not.
Monogamous on paper, but not monogamous in theory, but not in practice. I mean, look at
even if you look at the people are getting married less. People are doing a more open relationship. People are just doing. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you look at just how the mating practices of today are. Rotations, right?
You have situationships, and I got 65 women on rotation, and this woman's got a whole roster of men she can deal with at any point in time. Nobody
side chicks.
There's no monogamy here.
Right, side chicks, side dudes. You cannot have a monogamous society with social media, dating apps. You can't have a monogamous society.
This dude's delusional. This dude's delusional. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, he's either joking or a troll, one of the two. And there's no fucking way he's like being serious here. I wish he would come on stream, but he probably won't because no one ever fucking does. They want to talk in the fucking chat for fucking 20 years.
Yeah, I just don't see how you could have a monogamous society with social media, dating apps, women working, going to school. Think about it. Your girl, right? Say you're in a relationship, right? If your girl works and goes to school and has a cell phone, she has so many opportunities to cheat on you. Like, it's not even funny. How can you really have a monogamous society? Not only that, but she's encouraged to do that. She's encouraged to cheat on you. She's encouraged to keep her opens off open.
Yeah, she's absolutely encouraged to totally just stab you in the back at at the best opportunity she gets next. So yeah.
Exactly. So and there's 365 days in a year, right? And your girl leaves her house every day. You're saying 365 days she's turning down every dude. Every dude every day is getting turned. Nah, there's gonna be one guy. I say every girl is just every man's girl is just one DM from getting took. Just one. All it takes is one DM. She doesn't even have to leave her house to cheat on you.
Yeah, she doesn't. She can just literally say, dude, no one said no one cheated in the 1950s, dog. What the fuck are you talking about? No one even made that argument, dog. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it maybe talk. Oh, yeah, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, people have been cheating since the dawn of time. I would say that we live in a poly society, but we're just now accepting it as a reality versus maybe a couple years, a couple decades ago when we tried to keep it under the rug and we fronted as if we were in a monogamous society. But I just don't see how it's possible in today's time, especially with technology. The more technology we have, the more
the more the world becomes smaller, and because technology has made the world smaller, the easier it's become to meet new people, and especially for women to meet new men. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your back in the day, your competition was the dudes in your neighborhood, the dudes in your school, the dudes at
that might have been it. So
yeah, now your competition is every guy in the world. You're competing against every guy in the world, and when you put that up, you look kind of small. You're not really all that impressive.
Nobody's impressive anymore. Yeah, at the end of the day, there's always another multi-billionaire and around the corner, a multi-trillionaire, not trillionaire, but trillionaire
exactly.
too, but billionaire or some other millionaire on the corner who look better than you do. So it's like you're in constant competition with other men, and it never ends now because the whole world is just like the whole world is so globalized now that. You got people in Southeast Asia, or the Philippines, Thailand. They're competing with the men there, competing with men making $80K a year in America, and it's like, how do you you can't outcompete that guy? Like, there's no way. Like, he has the money.
Exactly.
He's white. He looks better than you do. He's taller than you. Like, you're done. You're
right.
Imagine your women get poached.
Imagine being a dude in the Philippines, like being a Filipino dude or a Taiwanese, a dude from Thailand. And you're seeing Westerners come into your country and just on hordes and just taking all the women, right? Like that is that's an example of that. And not only that, but if rich men, attractive rich men, are getting divorced, then what hope is there for the average dude?
Yep.
I mean, hypergamy is just through the roof now, and it's only and women are collectively raising the prices. So I mean, it's I don't know, like what is dude talking about exactly?
Well, he basically, I think his claim would be that if people weren't being strictly monogamous the entire time, then it was never monogamy to begin with, right? But that could be the argument, but that's not how monogamy actually works, so not normally.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and not only that, but we have this thing called social media where women are now openly telling the world how they think and feel, provided they're not virtually together. But they're telling it how it is now. They say, look, ladies, we know we're no longer accepting this, and we're doing this, and we're going after these. They're saying it's not like back in the day where men kind of just like assumed or theorized, we're just blind by everything. Like these women are telling us what it is now. They're not hiding it anymore because they have no reason to. And this is why I think social media in one way it helps men hear it from the horse's mouth directly.
Yeah, a little bit. That's true. I mean, nobody, especially women, they're no longer told to be shy about what they think anymore. There's no modesty in thought anymore. You just simply come out here and spout whatever bullshit you believe, and it could be false or true. Think about it. You have the 85 genders now. I'm a genderqueer, gay, Jewish, alien from the fifth fucking dimension, and that's acceptable nowadays. Like people just look at you like, okay, well, yeah, I like you have a good identity, dude, and we just call it, and we call it normal. It's like, okay, but what do you if that's the standard that we're going to be operating off of, that there's no objective morality, there's no objective morality or reality, then we're a dying society, right? If you can't even agree on what reality is, like what is true, then we're not even talking the same language anymore. You know what I mean? Like completely different languages.
Right. I mean, there are websites for people to go set up affairs with. I think one of the websites called Ashley Madison. Yeah. There are websites where women can set up affairs. Like there's a whole. I don't know if you fuck with Reddit. Oh, actually, you've like done like some Reddit.
I've done some Reddit comments.
Yeah. So I mean, there's the cheating subreddit, right? Where I like to lurk, and women will tell you like, I cheated on my husband X amount of times doing this with this guy, and I feel bad or I don't feel bad. There's the dead bedroom Reddit. Subreddit. Yeah. I mean, there are so many. I mean, the internet has allowed us to really see the thoughts and psyche of the people, and I think it's a good tool to use. I mean, go on Twitter. I mean, women on Twitter will openly tell you that they don't want this and they don't like that and they hate this, and they're telling you how it is now. So you'd be blind to ignore that. It's one thing to hear a man say it, right? Because he's just hurt and broken and bitter and jaded and whatever. But to hear women say it themselves, how do you deny that? How can you have cause?
Well, the funny part is that people will hear women say it and then not believe it.
Right. Oh, that's just her.
That's even the funniest. That's the funniest part about this. Like you can rest assured that if one woman says it, other women probably believe it too. It's simply a reality. So and truth be told, I'm so tired of hearing that. The whole it very much reeks of the whole who hurt you line that women throw around, where it's like some man's bitter, but like just because you're bitter doesn't mean that you're wrong.
Exactly.
Like it doesn't mean you're wrong at all factually. Like you can tell the truth and still be bitter. Okay, like. You can tell a bitter truth every day, right? Call it what it is, but it's still true. Like 2 + 2 still equals 4, whether or not you're bitter or not. So,
exactly, it's crazy. So this is the world we live in, man. I would advise men of the millennial and Gen Z generation to accept this, accept the reality, and I mean, if you have to do the pay for play route, do that. If you have to do the GeoMax passport, bro, do that. Just be safe. I mean, there's not much you can do at this point except just cope. Find your copes, whether it be as long as they're healthy, right? Don't do heroin to cope with this shit, but find your copes, find a possible practical solution to get your needs fulfilled, and go about it and live the rest of your days, because it's not gonna get any better,
Yeah. I don't see it getting any better before it gets way worse. And truth be told, what does worse look like when it's already this bad? Like how far do we drop before like I think there's been a lot of news articles out there. This is kind of off topic, but it's kind of on topic as well, that talks about the massive the crisis of competency when it comes down to the workers that we have in today's society, right? So, like, at what point do you think just completely fall off the rails? Like, we act as if people are completely interchangeable in today's society, but they're not. And what do we do when there's not enough high IQ people to go around to maintain civilization and things start actually falling apart? Because like, the reality is that some of the dumbest people on the planet still breed, and a lot of the smart people aren't breeding, and we all know that IQ is highly heritable. So if there's not enough people actually out there to actually be able to maintain your systems that actually keep your civilization running, who's going to maintain the internet? Who's going to maintain the electric, all the complex systems that keep this whole motherfucker running? Then
Exactly.
you really what happens in 30 years when the boomers die off, who arguably they're evil motherfuckers, but they were competent. They were competent though, right? They at least in theory, or not in reality, we live in the world that they created. And because of that, when they die off, well, Gen Y is somewhat competent at certain things, but Gen Z, I don't know.
Well, think about this way, Mystery, right? Like when the
Gen
boomers
Alpha,
die,
I don't fucking know.
when the boomers and Gen Xers die off, right?
Yeah, Gen Alpha. I keep always forget Gen X, but yeah, they're competent too. But,
When the boomers and Gen Xers die, and the world is just millennials, Gen Z,
Gen
Alpha and Beta,
Gen Beta, yeah.
Bro, it's gonna look bad because the boom. Like, let's be real. I know, like, we kind of like we shit on
them all the
and
time,
Gen
but at the
same
same time, they are
holding up. They are the last pillars of this foundation. When they're gone, unless, and this is why I think AI and automation is gonna play a part into this possibly, because we won't necessarily need manpower as much because we'll have automation.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna push back a little bit. I'm not saying automation is not gonna take on, but who's gonna build those complex machines when there are not enough smart men to even design the machine anymore?
Well, that's a good point. I would say that this is where I think the few people who are in high positions of power and have the intelligence and the resources to do that, I think what I could see happening is that they will be like a small like think tank of those people that will be kind of put in a position to where they will engineer society. I mean, it's already kind of happening now, but they'll
doing it now.
Yeah, it's already a small group of people who are aware of all this stuff. I mean, if you ask me, everything is. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Everything that we're experiencing in society has been planned.
Yeah, I'm a big one as well. So.
Right. All right. So all right. Yeah. Okay.
If you've watched my streams at all, I go on these rants
I've heard
about
you
shit.
say.
Yeah.
I heard you say a couple things that got me interested in your channel, but But yeah, I mean, I do think there's going to be a small group of people who are going to be using technology and using automation and AI to maintain and create certain things, but it's going to be gatekept and it's going to be highly controlled, and the average person is not going to be able to have access to those things or to those people, or even know those people exist, because they're going to be kind of somewhere else on an island somewhere while using AI and automation and robots, possibly. I mean, that's just like some sci-fi theory type shit. Dystopian.
Yeah, like I always just push back a little bit because, like, AI has taken off, but is AI competent enough to do the complex tasks that we needed to do? Somewhat, it can, like, but a lot of times I'm not sure how AI is kind of pushing a little bit towards the edge of, like, is it a chatbot still, or is it actually competent enough to actually do certain tasks? And from what I'm seeing, some of the data is like relatively inconclusive about its ability to do certain things. Like it appears to not be able to do it gets some questions wrong about things that it, like I think when it went from ChatGPT 3 to 4, it started like fucking up a little bit when it came to math problems, and which is weird. Like you would think it. So right. In 3 it got them right, in 4 it got them wrong, or it's getting them wrong, which is weird. And we also have to remember that this AI is only as good as the people who program it, and it's only as good as it's garbage in, garbage out, right? So if you can, this is why it's such a weird thing, because like if you fill up the AI with falsehoods, like it's kind of what they do right now. Honestly, they took the AI and it told them things that that they didn't want to hear, so it gave them falsehoods, or not falsehoods. It gave them the truth. They didn't like the truth, and now they hide it. So they say, oh, the AI can't say this, and this now, even though the information could be perfectly true, but because they took the AI and they effectively killed it, they chopped half the fucking brain out. Well, then what do you, when you hear the answer from the AI, what are you really getting from the AI? Like, the AI is only as good as the information you put into it, and the information has to come from somewhere. So if it's getting it from Wikipedia or the internet or a massive database that gets updated by a human being somewhere, or it just gets like, how is this AI going to is the AI actually going to give us meaningful information that's going to matter in the long run?
I get what you're saying. I would say that for one, we, you know, I think there's going to be, even if it's not now, but I do think that with the development and the people who are developing it at the rate that they're developing at, we don't know what 5 years of AI is going to look like. And then also, obviously the people that program these things are have the ability to gatekeep certain information, spread misinformation. I think they're going to use AI to further purposely spread misinformation for the normies. And I think that there's going to be some AI that will do things, that are going to be programmed to do different things and give different answers to get different results than others. And it's going to be a lot of variation because it's not like one thing, right? There's a whole bunch of different AI softwares or programs out there. I think some are they're going to be used for different things is what I'm trying to say. And who gets access to certain ones depends on where you're at in society, what type of wealth or status or social standing you have. But I do think that there's going to be a point where man and machine are going to be very much intertwined further than what we are seeing today. I think that a lot of development is happening very fast, and who knows what 5 years is going to look like, So it's up in the air. I definitely agree with that. It's definitely up in the air.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily downplaying it. I think that automation is coming whether we like it or not. I mean, you already see it. You start using factories, right? Factories you have way less manpower in them now because you could just use a machine to put the car together, and then you might have a handful of hands on deck to do certain things the machine can't do. Other than that, a lot of the manufacturing is automated now, right? Automated machines kind of make everything, but someone still has to maintain and make the machine itself, right? So that's still has to put it together. And until you have machines making machines, that sounds a little absurd, right? Because at some point, there still has to be a creator of the machine that makes the machine, right? Unless the machine's making the machine that makes the machine. It sounds weird to say it, but yeah.
It's kind of like an inception of sorts, but
yeah,
I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Now, I'm sure you're aware of like predictive programming and what we've seen in media and pop culture over the past few decades. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that we had movies like RoboCop and we had movies like Blade Runner.
Speaking of which, do you believe in predictive programming?
Do I believe in predictive program?
Where they effectively they tell you what they're going to do.
Yeah. It's only real if you believe it, right? But
well, I mean, if you come on, call it what it is. What do you think?
Right? No. Yeah, I definitely think. Well, I would say that they the plans have been set for quite some time, and they do put it out there and give you a subconscious acceptance of it, or for you to subconsciously accept it so that when it does happen, you're like, oh, well, they said this 10 years ago. It's prophecy, it's fate, when really this was just a elaborate plan that took years in the making. So, yeah, I would definitely say that where the agendas of the predictive programming of yesterday are the agendas of today, which would be the future of tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
I know it's kind of a long-winded answer.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, basically, you believe in it. So do I to some extent. I think that I think the movie Obama put out, or not, he didn't put out, but he produced. Leave the World Behind, or you see all these new movies coming out. That was weird. It's like, okay, so we got all these movies coming out, and some of them are speaking to the future, some of them are speaking to what could happen, but who knows? You got people like Mark Zuckerberg. He's building a bunker in Hawaii, which is weird. He's doing it in 2024. This is odd. He's had multiple years of he's been a billionaire since 20 something, 20 whatever. People building bunkers everywhere, and Joe Biden, he's building a bunker somewhere. So it's what's going on? What's really going on? Because these people obviously they have more intel than we're ever going to have. So, they,
right.
What do they know that they don't know, that we don't know, rather? So,
right. Yeah, I mean, they're obviously preparing for something. I would even say that it's funny you brought up Mark Zuckerberg and we're talking about the future, but I mean, just look at who is leading the world. I mean, a lot of people think it's presidents and stuff like that, but you look at Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, right? Heads of companies that literally control the world. I mean, metaverse, right? And then you have Tesla and you have Amazon, which are a part of people's functionality, of society's functionality to a large extent, right? So they are creating the new world right before our eyes. with virtual reality and AI and stuff like that. I mean, we're already kind of I don't know if you've ever played like a game, like video games like Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's kind of becoming now. Now, if you know about Mega Man, right? Like, there's different series of Mega Mans, but the one series of Mega Man called Battle Network is really interesting to me because essentially it revolved around a world that revolved around a virtual world, and you were basically transferred to the virtual world through technology, screens, and devices and stuff like that. Is that not kind of what we're already experiencing now with like the internet, social media, and VR? It's kind of like a weird predictive programming conversation, but I definitely think that they are I know I'm going to sing a lot, but basically what I think is happening is that while the elite are creating a virtual world for the normies to eventually transfer to, they are protecting themselves in the physical world with the bunkers and stuff like that simultaneously. That's how I look at it. That's what I'm noticing.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's always hard to tell what's going on. A lot of times things happen and nothing happens, right? You know, you'll see. You know, it's kind of like when we what's that shit called? When they have the Epstein files dropped 2 days ago, 3 days ago now, and what's really going to come of that? You know, is anybody going to get taken to jail for that? Probably not. It seems like a fucking it's like sometimes they're laughing in your face, like, oh, here's what we did, and you won't do fuck all about it, right?
Right. Exactly. Like who is the owner of this information? This book, because it's almost like it's like a pump fake in a sense. Like, oh, the book is gonna drop. It's gonna like an album or something. It's gonna drop. But who has this information? Why are they waiting? Why are they pump faking?
Yeah, and beyond that, how do you know you're even getting the right information?
Well, yeah, that's
like it's coming from. If they control as much as that we think they control, they might even control that. Like they might, okay, well, you can put this guy out, that guy out, but you can't put this guy. I mean, they already redacted parts of the thing, but who knows? I mean, who knows who's really on that list, who's not? And yeah, sure, we got some. Clinton was on there. Obviously, we all knew that one was going to be on there, obviously, but but it's like, does any of this really matter? Does it really matter? Like,
right? Like, what the fuck are you? What am I going to do with this information? Like, okay,
yeah, like, so
we know these celebrities and these rich people have a secret society in the cult and they do weird, evil shit. We already know. What the fuck is that going to me knowing who it is when most people should already know who it is if you pay attention? Like, what does this do for you? It just tells you what you already kind of knew or what you should have already known.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, a lot of people are stuck in a state of darkness and ignorance, right? They don't really they don't. I feel like so many people are just so demoralized, they don't care anymore. I think they're far more likely to say, well, if these are the guys who are in charge and they have all the money and power, well, I might as well just join the power structure. Try to acquire the same amount of power they have, so I can do the exact same thing, right? So,
right,
I think more people are going to be likely to just join the dark side than they are to actually say, "Well, I'm going to try to stay on the side of the light." You know what I mean? Like,
that is a very interesting point you brought up, and that goes into like Luciferianism, and then
they envy the power. It's not a matter that they hate. Right. Like, oh, well, he gets to do all that shit. Dang, man, I want to be that guy. Like, well,
exactly.
Like they don't particularly care about the fact that they did it. They care about he can do that. My God, like, well,
right? Yeah, think about like when people, when these artists sell their souls and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, like how many of these artists got like MK Ultra, or you got fucking MK Ultra, the real thing for sure. And you see people like, what's that chick's name? Miley Cyrus is fucking brain dead now, or Britney Spears is fucking brain dead, and they have these weird outbursts sometimes, and this is weird. You got these child stars who come out and say, I was, got raped in Hollywood, and nobody seems to care. Nobody does anything about it. You got people who are like open rapists and child rapists, and what's that guy's name? The dude from Nickelodeon. What's that dude's name? Schneider or some shit like that. He's been
Dan Schneider.
Yeah, that people have known about him for years. Like they have people in Disney who are known pedophiles, and they don't do anything about him. It's like they've been convicted. They've been convicted of it. And they just exist in the company as if like nothing happened. You know what I mean? Like nobody is fucking weird. Like, and nobody seems to care. Like nobody seems to know or care or whatever. It gets swept under the rug, and people act like nothing happened.
Well, I think it just goes down to the fact that at the top of every industry, it gets weird and it gets into that territory, and to be in that position, to be in that cycle, in that circle of things, you got to do some weird shit. You got to be down with weird shit. So to me, it's all just like normies, right? The little people will look at stuff like that and be like, "Oh man, that's fucked up. We need justice," or that's. But it's like, no, these people create the legal system. These people run the tech industry. These people run the entertainment industry. These people run the politics. It's all the same when you get to that top, when you get to that level. And some people make it out, and some people don't. But overall, like, most people are not going to do anything with this information anyway. Most people don't even care about this information because inflation, and cost of living is more important.
Yeah, and the funny part is occasionally though, the elites will throw you a bone to throw you off the trail. Oh, look at Harvey Weinstein. Look at this.
Right.
Look at this fat Jew who did all these things to these women. Like, okay, and like. Okay,
Right.
we've known this for fucking years. So and you caught one of them. Ooh,
Right.
You caught one guy. Okay, and then
Right,
everybody's like,
caught.
we've gotten justice, guys. Have you, or is it still going on and you don't care? Like that's what
Right,
that's what it's really going. Yeah,
Exactly. Now, if you're aware of like the Talmud and the protocols,
I know that shit,
the elders
Doug.
of Zion, then you, but this information has been out for
years.
for
years.
years. You feel me? So it's like,
yeah.
if you don't know this, also celebrities have spoken on this. A lot of them have been blackballed and killed, but a lot of celebrities and famous people and people who have been close to that circle have put out this information years ago. So it's like, why are people surprised? And I'm not surprised that people are surprised at the same time,
Well, like so many people exist in a state of ignorance for like they go on three fucking websites. They go on YouTube, they go on TikTok, and they go on Instagram. Those are the only things they interact with. And of course, when you go on those websites, they sterilize everything. You might get the occasional pop up of some random thing, but other than that, it's all very sterilized. They're all looking at Instagram baddies. They're looking at some chick's ass, or on OnlyFans, some shit looking at some chick's ass for the 85th time today. And this is a bad bitch. This is a bad bitch. You just swiping your ass off on the same fucking 3 or 5, same fucking.
Or they're watching
manufactured-
dating coach videos.
Yeah, they're watching porn for the 85th time today. And this is the same thing every time. It's just funny how like fried people's brains are, and they think they think they have the truth. This is fucking weird, and then they think they're the ones like they're living the life. It is odd. It's just like, I don't know. It just seems like, like I look at people like that and I'm like, are you even alive or even aware? Is there a soul in your body, or are you just like a walking husk of a man or a woman? Yeah, I wonder that a lot. Like, I don't know.
NPC shit, bro. I'm fully convinced, and I'm into a lot of the crazy weird shit. But I'm firmly convinced that there are non-human entities in the bodies of people that walk the streets every day, and we don't even know it. And we look at people who are just kind of like whatever, like they're just kind of like going with the flow, and it's like that person may not even be a person. You know what I mean? Like, if you believe like simulation theory and shit like that, like, we don't know if any of these people are really real. I have a weird theory that a lot of these social media people are agents and they're actors.
I think that nobody. I'm not gonna use the word nobody, but like, maybe a millionaire can make it without joining the cult. But if you're a multi-millionaire or even a billionaire, or you work in some level of influence, there's no way you're making it to the top of somebody's company without like, without somebody having some fucking dirt in your ass, right? Like somebody's gonna know something about you, and and you're gonna have to do some sort of like blood libel or some shit to get in there, right? To enter into those halls of the people who actually have power, right?
Right.
And and there's like it's somebody. There was a guy who came in here, like he came in on one stream and he basically said it's all fake, right? And I was like, wow. I'm like, I kind of agreed with him a little bit. I was like, yeah, you're making a good point. Like, there's no reason why the NFL couldn't be totally faked, right? There's no reason why you can't like, all it takes is one or two plays to throw an entire game. So like the whole game could be quote unquote real in the sense of like they're playing a few plays, but on this one particular play, this player is not gonna make an easy pass, or he's gonna miss the pass, and or like it's kind of what's that thing called a ref ball, like you could just use a ref ball to win the game, or to have a particular team win the Super Bowl or something like that, right? So it's like, a lot of people would say that's going a little bit too far, but if you're a sports star making X $1 million a year to throw a ball around for 15, 20 years, or maybe shorter than that. Do you care that you're winning or losing a game anymore?
Exactly.
Like, what does it matter to you if you're the Super Bowl champion and when you made $3 million sitting on a fucking bench to do nothing?
Exactly. Now, I'm not a sports guy, but I have studied.
Neither am I. Yeah, I'm not a sports guy either, but
I do study the music industry a lot. And I do study the occult, and as far as things being fake and staged, I mean, artists, people. When you study the music industry for long enough, you'll know that a lot of things are artificial. The numbers are not real. The accolades are selected and given to selected individuals. There are certain things that are made to look real and look organic when it's really not. It's the word industry plant. The term industry plant comes from the music industry and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't get how people could not, how normies couldn't question, like, hey, this event looks a little bit staged, and this event doesn't look organic, or people don't talk like this normally, or people don't act like this normally. Like, I think that applies to any industry. And when you go into like what you said before, like, you have to, there's a cult of people who are in positions of power who have blackmail on people who have to do certain things to even get in those positions. I mean, somebody in the chat mentioned Aleister Crowley. I mean, the people that are in positions of power study people like Aleister Crowley, study people like Anton LaVey, study people like Madame Blavatsky and stuff like that, study Luciferianism. These are real. These are people who control the world. They're studying ideologies like Luciferianism. That should tell you a lot. And normies are just they're not even close to being aware of
just look at how hip hop's been turned from this like thing that was about being in the hood and having to struggle to this gay ass shit, like Little Nas X and these other dudes. I'm like, come on, dog, like, this is the fucking people we follow. I don't even listen to music, most mainstream media music or shit anymore at this point, but this is weird. And someone asked here, there's a problem. How do you thousands of people in the NFL keep secret like that? Well, it's kind of like how they kept the secret for the they've already learned how to do this with the Manhattan Project, where like you give independent people particular task, but none of them know what the overall task is, what to make, right? So they've already done this once, so there's no reason why they couldn't do it again in a smaller scale. And right. think about hate to bring this one up, but pro wrestling, like, yeah, sure, some people thought it was fake back in the day, but even that was like, people thought it was real for years. Like, people thought it was actually real for fucking years.
That's a good example.
And even if you told somebody it was fake, no one would believe you anyway. Like, you know what I mean? People would call you crazy for saying that, what they probably already do now. But yeah.
And to answer dude's question on my part, when you take an oath of secrecy, you are being told and informed and briefed on certain things. This is what Freemasonry involves, right? Now, if you notice with a lot of athletes and stuff like that, they all kind of do, or just not really people in high positions of power. They all kind of do a lot of the same things and say a lot of the same things, right? So that leads you to believe that they're all kind of in on it or in on something that they all know that are keeping secret to the public. Now, when you do things like when you participate in things like secret societies and when you take an oath, you are swearing an allegiance to a group of people, and you're that first, and then everything second. So it's almost like when you join a gang, for example, right? You get jumped in, right? You do an initiation, right? You're being told things about the gang that you're in, and then now you have to keep that a secret. Freemasonry is no different. And to get into certain positions of power, you have to take an oath of secrecy. Who's to say that these athletes are not all doing it? I mean, we've seen a lot of them flash the same Illuminati hand symbols as the rappers, as the politicians. That should tell you something.
Yeah, hold on. I'm about to end the stream pretty soon. I wasn't planning on being here this long, but you're such a good conversationalist. This is good shit. So
for real, facts.
Feeling in good time here. This is good shit. I can't find. I have so many fucking memes and I can't find the fucking meme anymore. I have so many memes in my fucking meme folder. I don't know where they are anymore. Give me a sec. This one meme I have is like perfect for someone brought up the sports fans, and I can't find the meme now. Where is it? So it shows the people shaking the towel around, and it's like they're all NPCs, and it's like, this is the saddest thing ever. Where is it? Do I have this meme? I probably don't have it anymore. I probably have it. Just can't fucking find it because I have such a massive meme folder, dude. If you saw my fucking folder, but you'd be like, what the fuck? He's got so many frogs in here. It's not even funny, dude.
He's got like a whole collection.
I got a whole collection of Pepe the Frogs, dude. I got a whole collection of Pepe the Frogs. Dude, I wish I could go. Speaking of, I'm gonna do some of these, dude. Like, Have you do you know that big orb thing in Las Vegas?
The orb thing.
That big orb thing they built in Las Vegas.
No.
Oh, dude, you should see. Look at all the messages they're pumping into the people who are this is what they show. Like, it shows things like this. You got loop, you got want, you got kids and word kids, and then I can show other pictures, but like it shows. This is stuff that's creepy, dude. There's one that shows I'm gonna show them all the obvious one here.
Yeah, that's I've never seen that. That's crazy. It's so blatant, so obvious.
Yeah, it's so blatant now, but it flashes so fast that you don't really see it. But when you slow it down, you can see the imagery everywhere. Like somebody showed I think of one of these hip hop concerts, they slowed it down, and behind the guy was an upside down crucifix, and it's like, oh, well, that's obvious what that means. And it's like, oh, well, then like, and the dude had to apologize. He didn't know it was behind him, but he was like, what are you guys talking about?
We're talking about what's his name? Not the fuck, I forgot his name. The one dude is a rapper. His name was Hobson.
Yeah, he had to apologize.
Yeah, he said supposedly he didn't know about it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he did know about it. He's just trying to save face, but at the end of the day, this is the kind of stuff they do. You got stuff like I can't find the picture I want to use. This is I can't find the picture, but one of them had like the 666 behind it. It's like funny. It's like not funny. It's sad. It's just like it just flashes a bunch of stuff on the screen. It's like it's just scary how these are the messages being pumped into the minds of the people, and they don't even realize they're just like in front of look at this dude playing a song in front of me, and I'm being MK Ultra in front of my face, and it's like, yeah, well, you are. You got stuff like this with Joe Biden. Yeah, you got I'm gonna do this quick meme here. We'll get out of here, but this kind of shit like this. You got Joe Biden over here touching kids and shit. All these pictures. Yeah. Have you seen the video where like Joe Biden, he's like looking at his grandson, he like literally grabs his neck and he pulls him into him, and he like looks down at him and starts sniffing him. It's one of the creepiest videos I've seen in my whole life, dude.
They're no longer hiding anymore, Yeah,
they don't even care. Like, at some point, you're gonna see like you literally had a part with not a part, but they literally had like creepily laughing at you in front of your face, and you're just like, whatever, dude.
Right. Well, we're living in what many people describe, Christians will refer to as the end times or the Book of Revelation, where a lot of truth is coming to light and a lot of things are being put out there. So we're gonna see within this decade, Mystery, we're gonna see a lot of crazy shit that people are not gonna be ready to see, and they've already been dishing out the psyopses since since you could say 911, but the agendas and the psyopses are going to be on overdrive now.
Yeah, I think Obama, he's the one who actually authorized the federal government to allow psyops in the American public, actually. So
right, the news is considered entertainment, so they don't have to tell the truth in the news anymore.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's true.
So they could just say whatever, and it'll be they're not lying because it's entertainment, right? And entertainment doesn't have to be true; it just has to. Well, look at that.
Here's Abramovich. Yeah, Amir Abramovich symbolically while wearing red. The color of a cult sacrifice stands in front of a red inverted pentagram, which represents black magic and Satanism. I don't think they can make this clear for us. I mean, come on, like it's the most obvious thing on the planet. Like,
and this chick is cool with Hillary Clinton and the Obamas and Jay-Z.
Dog, come on, dude, don't even talk. I have all the pictures, dog. Dude, I have so many pictures in my computer today. If they found my computer, they'd be like, "Oh my god, dude, he knew everything. Why didn't he tell anybody?" Well, you wouldn't believe me anyway, so who gives a shit?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the White House had invited Anton LaVey, who was the creator of the Church of Satan, back in I forgot, like 1960s, 1970s, something like that. Yeah. I mean, Ronald Reagan openly admitted that they did like ritual, they did seances in the White House. I mean, Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, I guess, to say that like when you talk to normies and they think this is all like, oh, it's just conspiracy, bro. It's just conspiracy. There's no evidence, but there's actual evidence. There's actual people who are cool with politicians. I always say this, right? And I'm gonna wrap it up with this because I know you.
Yeah.
But, if the politician believes in the same thing, the same quote unquote weird practices as the celebrity, and the celebrity and the politicians believe in the same thing as the witch doctor and the shaman, the voodoo priest and the Satanist. If all these people believe in the same thing, what does that tell you?
Yeah, I've made the argument on stream before, and people are like, "Well, they're just all, when people have power, it's like they come up with some corporate excuse of like why these things aren't real, But I'm like, I'm gonna do one more image because you probably know what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna do one more image and you can we can just leave. But like this image here, this one here is very obvious what's going on, and you'll probably recognize this image too because it's very if I can find it really fast, it shouldn't take me very long. It's right here in my meme folder. I've shown it before. Where is it? The glowies are here. The glowies are here. I'm trying to stop the stream, but someone said it buffered when I said something. Well, obviously because they're trying to stop the stream. So who knows? Where the hell is it? Basically shows shut it down. Shut it down. Right. Shut it down. Yeah, I know. Where's the meme at? Where's the meme at? I gotta pull the meme. This one here is so like this is what they do. You know what spirit cooking is, right? Spirit cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. They show the if I can find the image, my God, how do I do stuff like this? I gotta organize the folder. I gotta put all my conspiracy theories in the fucking folder. But I can find it really fast. Give me a sec. It's got to be down here. This is the right section for it. Here it is. Found it. Yeah, like look at this. Like, how can you look at stuff like this and then say there's nothing going on? Like you see stuff like, okay, so with a knife cut deeply into your middle finger of your left hand, eat the pain. This is what Maria Abramovich teaches. And then you see, Barack Obama, say messed up finger. You got George Bush messed up finger. You got bandit in the middle finger. You got fucking John Podesta, who's obviously a known pedophile, on with a thing on his finger. This stuff weird. Like you got all this like Molech, ball. Right. Child sacrifice. Like what is going on? And they all have this messed up finger. It's all here. This is all well-known stuff, and it's like, well, it's right here in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, again, right? I'll leave it on this note. I would just advise, because then people would ask, okay, what do I do with this information? What is the point of knowing all this? Well, I would say that the point of knowing all this is to be aware of the agendas that are being pushed on you, and also understand that what's to come over the horizon into the future is going to scare a lot of people. You want to be aware of this so you're not shaken by fear. You're not being controlled by the fear programming, because it's going to be a lot of crazy shit in the next couple years. So this information is important to know, so that way you're not confused when you start seeing crazy shit happening in real life and the society becomes progressively worse and weird and dark and demonic. This is why you should know this, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, man. Thanks for coming, my dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. I fuck with your channel, bro. Keep doing your thing.
All right, man. See you. All right, dudes. Well, this has been a longer stream than I expected it to be, but hey, man, we always come off. We always have a good stream here. We always have a little bit of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the. Not only did you guys get the memes of the dating world, but you also got the memes of that's the esoteric and the occult. So you guys are seeing the truth somewhat here. Like I said, yes, truth with lies. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, what else? Cocaine in the White House. Yeah, that was crazy. Remember that Jew said they were watching me? Who gives a fuck, dude? Fuck them. Have a good Saturday, boyos. Pizzagate's still true, lol. Really did open my eyes to it. Yeah, come on, dude. It's very true. All right, dude. This has been the whatever stream. This is the whatever podcast, guys. Please send me some super chats in them and the pay me money to exist and whatever. Either way, dudes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you like the video, maybe hit the video, leave a comment anyway, guys, and don't forget that it wasn't fucking gold. See you guys on tomorrow for SNC episode 55. They're gonna have a nice long stream tomorrow. It'll be 4 or 5 hours long. We'll go about as long as we can. And dude, don't forget to enjoy your Saturday and cheers.